Hey everybody, welcome to Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles. Thank y'all for watching tonight, man. We got an awesome episode tonight. I am really honored to have one of my friends. Man, me and Doug go back probably when I started YouTube. He was one of my first people on here I met on YouTube, like Stix G, Jeff Shaw, all the legends. And I'm welcoming Doug from Don't Talk to Robots, man. He's got one of my favorite channels. Doug drops a video. I'm watching it all the time. In fact, I was talking with Doug backstage. Man, we kind of grew up in the same era of collecting. And I love watching Doug's videos, and I'm a super fan. Honored to have him on here tonight. And man, it's just a great night tonight. Thank y'all all that are here in the chat. Before we get going tonight, my chair might break. Hang on. My chair is there. Sorry. Doug's coming to us from the great state of Illinois and Chicago. And I'm gonna shout everybody out. We got Spinetix Sith in the house, man. Spinetix was live tonight on his other channel tonight, and his PSA Tendencies channel. I was hanging out with him and Swag tonight. Hobby Hound in the house, coming to us from Colorado. And we got Swag, Uncanny Swag, coming from Colorado. We got Dirk Remington in the house. Shout out to Dirk, one of the great collectors and sports card hunters in the house. Let's see who else we got here. I appreciate y'all all joining me here tonight. Don't Talk to Robots in the house. Daryl Giardardo in the house, man. Mr. 95 cents. Daryl, tonight we're going to talk about, now I'm super pumped about having Doug on here. And one of the reasons why I want to invite Doug on here tonight was because tomorrow is the big spinach goose CN Tower hunt. And I invited Doug on to talk about that a little bit tonight. And this is going to be the first event of the whole celebration, because we're going to rip some Allen and Ginter tonight. You know what we're probably going to do, Doug? We're probably going to pull a CN Tower tonight. No, my luck, that's all right.
It'll be a great way to start it off.
Yeah. We got Adam's Card Closet. There's our bro right there, Adam's Card Closet, coming to us from Arkansas. That's one of my Braves brothers. Super pumped about having Adam here with us. Let's see who else we got. Titus coming to us from Japan. God is great. Let's see if I missed anybody here. DK, have it your way in the house. Let's see here. Let's see if I missed anybody here in the chat. Random Rips coming from South Georgia. Kevin, how you doing, man? Let's see here. See if I missed anybody else in the chat. Man, we got a lot of awesome people here. Thank y'all for joining us. And man, I tell you this, man. Man, Doug makes some of the greatest videos, and you know it. Doug is a great sports card. He's a big baseball card collector. There's so much in common I have with Doug, and I don't know, Doug. We don't get to talk a lot, but there's a lot of Doug's shows and programs he puts on that I'm a big fan of. One of my favorite videos Doug ever did, and it probably is I don't know if it's your most viewed video, is when Bronco had Rob Deere starting lineup, tours the America, and they came to visit Doug, and Doug brought him to the place where they filmed Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where the car goes out the door into the thing, out the back door. That was one of my favorite episodes Doug ever did. Shout out to Bronco and Baseball Card Illustrated. I know you and him hang out a lot together at card shows, and when Bronco comes to town. But that's one of my favorite episodes, and you brought him like down to Wrigley Field, and you brought him to all these other places, sites across Chicago. That was one of my favorite. Also, you did a video called The Mule, which is a legendary episode about your brother. I love that one. In fact, you know what? Last night I was going back watching some of your videos, Doug, from the past, bring back some memories, and I watched that video again. It's just legendary, man. You got to go back and watch Doug's videos that he's done. It's about his brother, the legendary basketball player, the Mule. You have to check it out. It's really awesome. And Doug used to do a lot of videos where he had the Sport Flicks pack of the day. And when I was growing up as a kid, I loved Sport Flicks. You know, I'd go down to Toys R Us, give me a pack of Sport Flicks, see the different, you know, sometimes you'd have like 3 players on there, them moving on the cards, you know. Those are some of my favorites as well. So here, I'm going to turn this over to you, Doug. Kind of, you want to talk about the channel and say hey to everybody. And I've kind of talked a lot, so sorry.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. it's cool hearing that you actually like watch people are watching these videos. It's like cool that you remember some of the ones like yeah, I really like that Rob Deere one too, just because I had I'd known that it's like that Ferris Bueller was filmed in Chicago, but I didn't. I was just kind of like doing some research. I'm like, oh, there's an actual address to this house where the car flies out of the garage, and so it was kind of surreal coming up to it because it's like I've seen that movie so many times, and
Mhm.
in the movie it seems very like secluded and stuff, but in reality it's just like right off the road. Like we just drove right by it. It's like right there, and it's like
Wow.
it was kind of wild, but
I always picture it being like in a neighborhood. Like I used to have a neighborhood, a house in my neighborhood where they had like a lot of woods, and it would kind of be like in a neighborhood, but backed away in the woods. Kind of. That's kind of
yeah,
always been.
it wasn't like that at all. It was like in like a neighborhood. The weird thing too is a lot of the houses were just kind of like your normal, I don't know. I'm not really great with architecture, but just kind of like normal kind of looking houses you would expect like in an older neighborhood, And then this house sticks out because it's like from the 70s or something. It's kind of super like it's a box that's kind of off of this little bit of a cliff.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was a fun one to do.
that was awesome.
And one of the funny things is I found all these places we were supposed to go, and one of them was to this high school where they go and pick up Ferris's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
kick her
so
out of school.
yeah,
Take her
yeah.
downtown to the Cubs game.
And so we go there, and then when I'm editing it, I'm like, oh man, like there was two of those schools. There's like a North High School and a South High School. And I think we went to the South High School instead of the North High School. So we went to the completely wrong high school, but it was still a good time.
That's awesome. We got some other people join us in the chat. Red Rum in the house coming to it's from Alabama. Shout out to Red Rum. We got Chance with Collectibles in the house.
Nice.
We got Yoda Vintage Cards, aka the Guru, aka the Bipster, aka the Fanatic Card Guru. We got Victor
Nice.
Negron Cards in the house. These are a lot of your bros, Doug. Man, these guys, who they
definitely.
are, man. They're hanging out here with us tonight, and man, so many awesome people. I really appreciate y'all stopping by. Don't forget to like, subscribe my channel, but also Doug's channel. And you know what? I was looking at Doug's stats, and he's getting close to 1K. And man, I was telling Doug before this started, he should be at 2, 3, 4K. Why he's not there is a tragedy of YouTube, because Doug makes some of the best content on YouTube. He's one of the best collectors, one of the most generous people. Now, Doug's not going to say this, but I'm going to say this. If you go back and watch Packapalooza with his brother and him, are y'all doing Packapalooza this year?
Yeah, we usually do it in February, but we've been a little busy, so I think we're going to do it in March at some point. So
Packapalooza, man.
After the spinach hunt tomorrow, that's my next project, is to start working on our kind of announcement videos for that.
I love that. Him and Andy go find some old school wax from back when I was a childhood, and they rip it and give it away and have a spinning wheel. And Doug dresses up in a hot dog outfit. It's a wild night. Caitlin comes in there, and it's just a great time, and it's great content. And then at Christmas time, the Advent calendar. Of all the Advent calendars, Doug, yours is probably the best, because not only do you like give away like something every day, but you're shouting out, you and the GOAT, Brandon Jensen, we're shouting out other channels, supporting other people in this card community, building them up. And I can't tell you how many people, some of these people might be here in the chat tonight, that I met through those shout outs that y'all do during Advent. And I just love that as well. That's one of my favorite times of the year, when I get to watch Doug's Advent calendar, ripping them packs, getting all the way to Christmas Day. And it's one of my favorite ones. A lot of people do Advent calendars, and they do a great job, but Doug does the best, I think.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I think the first year I did it, it was like we were 2 or 3 days in, and then I think Brandon was the one that suggested it to me. Like, oh, you should shout out a channel to give like people extra. I think I might have shouted out a few other people that were doing Advent calendars, and he's like, oh, you should give people extra extra entries. And I'm like, oh, it's a good idea. So it was cool that I asked Brandon if he could help me out this year, because I feel like he does really good shout outs on the channel. I feel like whenever I'm filming and I'm trying to I'm doing a shout out, I'm like not doing it very well, or not remembering everything, or saying somebody's name wrong and stuff. So and when I asked Brandon, I was like, oh, I was just expecting him to maybe just to do a 5-second quick, like, hey, the shout out of the day is this thing. But he like spent all his time editing it, and did his own like giveaways within my giveaway and stuff. So
Yeah, I saw that.
it
That
was
was awesome.
yeah, it was cool to do some collaboration. And then I asked my brother to do the ornament of the day this year, because
Yes, that was
I
great.
feel like I've kind of gone through all of our ornaments. This is the third year we've done it. So
Mhm.
I asked my brother to do it. And I was I would get done with my video, and then Brandon's video would come in, and it'd be like midnight. And I'm like, Andy, send me the ornament of the day. It's like, sorry. And yeah. So I give him a little bit of a hard time about that.
Yeah,
But
he had some great ones and stuff from your childhood too.
yeah,
Stuff that you and him had when y'all were kids, and
yeah,
those were awesome. I love seeing those.
yeah. Christmas is probably the biggest, like our biggest thing that we celebrated growing up, like
Mhm.
bigger than birthdays and all that kind of stuff. And
Mine
so
too. In my house, like growing up as a kid, Easter is great. Your birthday was awesome, but in our house, we celebrate Christmas the most. It was the biggest celebration of the year, and for me, it still is today because like I'm a farmer and also groundskeeper, but I don't have any time during the other holidays to really celebrate. So Christmas comes around when it's slow. I can't grow anything outside, and I have time to celebrate. Like I would love 4th of July, but I can't ever really celebrate it because I have to get back and grow some more sunflowers, so I can't get out there and do it. But Christmas has definitely got to be one of my favorites. Man, we got some other awesome people now. So we got Boyd in the house. Boyd, he's part of that Spinetix Saturday night train. Man, y'all got to go check Boyd out Saturday nights. We have a Red Rum. Let's see who else. We got Johnny Epiphany Cards in the house, man. Johnny in the house. Super pumped about seeing Johnny here tonight. Johnny's one of the best. Him and Jeff Shaw were live this week for a while. I jumped in there and was hanging out in their chat earlier this week. Got Chance with Collectibles. Man, so many awesome people. I appreciate y'all stopping by. But yeah, I love doing that. And you and Andy have done some videos where y'all did y'all went over the 1989 tops. Y'all done some videos where you went back and found some of the like remakes of 89 tops, like in archives and other different baseball card sets, and you showcase some of those. I thought those were really cool as well. Because as a kid, that was around the peak of my collecting time. I started in 83, and then 86, 89, that very early 90s was kind of where I went off, started going in high school and college. I kind of went away for a while, but I love that 89 tops. That's one of my favorites as well. And you love a player that I love as well. Now, I'm a Braves fan, but I love Darryl Strawberry, man. Those 86 Mets were some of my favorite teams with Gooden, Strawberry, Lenny Dykstra. You had the Georgia native Ray Knight on that team.
yes.
I love some of your Darryl Strawberries when you break them out. Some of those cards that you collect are just some of my favorites as well.
Yeah, I remember I think we were like, yeah, when we were kids, we had a neighbor that collected cards, and so he was older, and we'd go over there, and he would like trade with us and stuff like that. That was kind of when cards were booming in the early 90s, and I think he introduced us to the like, oh, you need to pick someone that you're going to collect and stuff. And so Andy picked Ozzie Smith, and then I picked Darryl Strawberry, and so then that meant like I got a Mets hat and like Darryl Strawberry poster for my wall, and then started collecting his cards and stuff like that. So it when I my Andy started getting back into collecting, I guess in 2021 or sometime around there. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. But it's like, I don't have the time. I don't think I can do that kind of thing. And then my wife and I got away for a weekend, and we ended up going to a card shop, and we were just kind of just for fun, like kind of looking through some cards, and then I saw a 2020 optic of Daryl Strawberry, and it kind of blew my mind because I was like, wait, they're making like new cards of like older players. I was like, because that wasn't a thing when in the early 90s. You know what I mean? It's
No,
kind of
we
like,
didn't have that when we were a kid. No, you
yeah,
didn't. You didn't get a Mickey Mantle. Well, maybe you occasionally did have like an '87 tops where they have the retrospect cards every now and then,
yeah,
but you didn't
yeah,
have like nothing like you have now, where you'll go rip a box of archives and they're still putting out Del Murphys. You know, my favorite
yeah,
player of all time. You know,
yeah,
or Stadium Club. Last week, Sports Car Rip and Teacher was on here. He had sent me some Del Murphys and Stadium Club. Like they have, they have all the old retro. Like they had that Doc Gooden in the Stadium Club this year that looked like the '85 Dawners, when
yeah,
I was a
yeah.
kid. And yeah, I like that too. I love modern stuff. And that's what me and Doug share a common in. We like modern, but we also like what we collected as kids. And I know Doug's mainly a baseball guy, but yeah, like I like a lot of the modern stuff, but I also go back to my childhood and those 80 days as well. Got a shout out to Matty Ice in the house, coming to us from Indiana. Huge shout out
He
to
just
Matty Ice.
he just finished running some type of race to get here in time.
How about those shout outs he's doing, man? He's doing some awesome shout outs while he's running and you shout out. Oh, look who's in the house right here. He may be eating food right now, but it's CCB in the house. I give him a hard time. Every time we do a live stream, he's on here eating.
I like it. It looks like he's got a new logo too. So
Yeah, I
nice,
know. Look
nice,
at that. New
nice logo,
logo.
Jason.
Yeah, I like it, Jason. That looks awesome. That's awesome. We got Budget Rips in the house. Shout out Budget Rips, man. This guy goes down to Goodwill. He picks up cards and get some great deals. He was trying to get some Jank packs for Zach's collection at the Goodwill. You watch Jank Pack Thursday with Zach's collection. That's one of my favorites to watch on Thursday. And he was going back and get some Jank packs today. Thought that was awesome.
Nice.
I need to have Zach on here. We need to rip some Jank packs from our childhood. Huge shout out to this guy. He was on here with me last week. He's a big Cubs fan, man. He lives up there near you in Chicago. Sports car ripping teacher Vince in the house. He loves his Cubs. And this guy right here's Chicago native. We got Papa Bay Bear, new channel out here. I think you introduced you had him in the shout outs for Advent, didn't you? Was it? Yeah,
I don't know if we did or not, but yeah, I feel like I've just heard of their channel recently too, though.
Yeah, they live out in Chicago as well.
Nice.
We have Southern Boys in the house. Barry in the house. Man, God, all these awesome people stopping by. Yeah, here you go. Sports car ripping teacher said, "Go Cubs, go." Are you? I know, Doug, you were pulling for the Cubs, but your origins are Seattle and northwestern United States. So
yeah. So I grew up
with the Griffeys.
Yeah, I grew up in Bellingham, and it was kind of perfect timing because it was like right when the Mariners started getting good. Because in the '80s, like the Mariners were not good, and but then we had Griffey and Edgar and Randy Johnson, and so we'd go to games in the Kingdom, and I remember, the upper deck in the Kingdom was like so far away from the action. You're basically just watching the jumbo screen because you're so far away, and then I came to Chicago to go to school, and I was like here for orientation, and they're like, "Hey, who wants to go to a Cubs game?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll go to a Cubs game." And so we got like free tickets to go to a Cubs game. And I remember walking into Wrigley the first time. I'm like, "This is amazing! Like you can see the players, you can see the action going on." It felt like you were just like in a minor league stadium almost, where it's like everything's so intimate, and you're kind of like on top of it. And so I don't know if I would have gone to a White Sox game if I would have become a White Sox fan when I first moved to Chicago, but that was my first, and that was in '98, and so that was also the big hype around Sosa and McGuire and the home run chase. Andy and I actually went to a game that summer, and we were sitting in the outfield, and before the game even started, my brother had a White Sox hat on, but it was it was like a retro one with the like the red C on it. So you wouldn't necessarily know it was a White Sox fan. But then yeah, so he was getting like heckled before the game even started, and then Sammy hit a home run, and it landed like the people in front of us caught it, and it's like, oh man, I wish it would have just been a little bit, 12 more inches or whatever. I might have been able to catch that, but those were some of my first experiences with the Cubs, and then I think I kind of became more of a diehard in 2003 when they went on their playoff run, and the yeah, just it was something different about like living in the city when the Cubs were in the playoffs. It was like everybody was talking about it. Like I remember walking by like a laundromat. Like I don't use a laundromat, but I was walking by it and they had the game on, and so like I walked in. It was like, oh, what's the score? And we are like, they're up. I'm like, yeah. And so it felt like everybody was like on the same team and stuff like that. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I felt that way. I think that's a northern thing because when I lived in Cleveland for a while, I got that feeling about the Indians. They were now the Guardians, but they were. This was in the late '90s. I spent a summer up in Cleveland, and this was when the Indians were at their peak, when they had Jim Tomei and all those awesome players. And I remember being at those games, and the people of the city there of Cleveland were just so excited about the Indians. They were all mad at me because the Braves beat them in '95, but still, yeah. I really got to be more of an Indians fan. They're like my second favorite team. Next I know what you're saying. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, and you get that, especially when you live in the city. You get that feel, that city feel of your team. This is your team, and it's an awesome feeling. Awesome. Yeah. I felt that way in Atlanta in the early '90s when the Braves were so bad in the '80s, and then they started winning again. And then, we went and played Minnesota in '91, and there was a real excitement all across the city. You'd go into neighborhoods, and people would have banners for the Braves going into neighborhoods. People were so excited. I never seen Atlanta ever that excited about any sports team until that year. But let's face it, we didn't have much to cheer for until that year. That Hawks weren't that great. The Falcons weren't that great. Braves were. So, man, who else? We got somebody else jumping in here. 23 Monch in the house. Kenneth Bird in the house. Dodger Town Funko baseball card collector in the house. 76. Hey, man, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Tomahawk chop today. Yeah, we're getting ready for spring training. The Cubs just signed Bellinger. Oh, hold on a minute.
Just picked this one up last weekend.
Oh, wow. Look at that. I love that card.
I mean, he's on the Dodgers on this one, but I was like, I was at a card show and I found a Cody Bellinger card, and he just signed. I think I just got a notification earlier that he was going to sign. So I'm like, oh, I got to pick this up. So
I love that. I love those cards. Like that's like a remake of 82 Tops, right? No, or is that 83 Tops?
83
Tops. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love those. Like I got a Ronald Acuna one that's a 84 Tops remake. And I love how they do that, where they take those and they put them in the kind of cards that, you grew up collecting like that. I love that one. When I think of that kind of card, I think of Tony Gwynn and Wade Boggs and all them in that set right there.
This is I picked this one up when I first got back into collecting too.
Yeah, like that one. Oh, man.
I think that's cool too. Is like when I grew up, I remember seeing this card like in Beckett and stuff, but I'd never seen it like in person before. And I'm like, it's like able to purchase something like this and be like, so cool that I actually like own one now,
That's like your dream card growing up as a kid that like you couldn't afford it at the baseball card shop, but now you're like, oh, I can get it.
Yeah.
I'm with
you. I think at the time I bought that, I think it was, it must have been in like the fall of 2021. And it was like, I think I spent like $20 on it. And I'm like, holy smokes, I just spent $20 on a card. And I didn't know what was lying ahead of me with card collecting and how much money I was going to spend and stuff. So.
No, that's just that wasn't even a portion of what you probably spent this past weekend at the card show. Was I'm not going to go into that. I saw your video at the card show. No, I thought it was funny in your video where you went to the card show and you were the last car there in the parking lot. You said when I came here, this was a packed house, and I was like, man, Doug must have went shopping this weekend at the car show.
Well, yeah, I usually try to get going a little earlier, but it was like the weather was going to be cold in the morning, but then by the middle of the day, it was going to be warmer, and I wanted to do some disc golf afterwards. So I'm like, I'll just go a little bit later, and it was kind of nice because it wasn't as busy. The big draw though was Ron Rivera was there signing autographs.
Exactly. I wonder who that was signing. I couldn't tell who that was.
Yeah, it was interesting because it's not a very large show. It's like maybe 50 tables. It's just like in this community center, but I think the main draw or the main thing is that they're able to get old Bears players to come in. And so people bring all of their like different, not merchandise. What is it? Well, I guess it's merchandise, but like all their stuff that gets signed, like helmets and different things, because they want to get the entire like 85 team and stuff like that. And when I left, there was a giant bear that all the different players had signed. It was like a fiberglass bear that somebody made, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, so it's kind of, I don't know. I might go back. I might start going to the card shows a little bit later and see if I can score some deals because people want to get rid of cards and it's not quite as busy and stuff like that. So
definitely. Did you go play? You get some rounds of a disc golf in after you did that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The college I work at has we built a disc golf course on the college campus. Yeah. So I'll be out mowing grass and the guys will be playing and I get hit all the time by those Frisbee things. And in fact, this morning I was cutting down a tree and I almost got hit by one cutting down a tree today because I'm like on the first hole. And I'll be like, look at that. That things hurt when they hit you too. They're pretty heavy. They're different than the Frisbees I used to play with as a kid. But
they're they're a little more dense.
Yeah. But I have one. Oh, go ahead, sir.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that's another connection that we have is my parents, we grew up on like a Christian conference center. So like churches would come and have conferences there and stuff. And my parents were like the maintenance, like my mom did the housekeeping type stuff. And then my dad did maintenance. So they were both mowing lawns, unplugging toilets, doing electrical work, building things, repairing cars, all these kind of stuff. So, my parents mow a lot of lawns, but I did do a little bit of that back when I was growing up in Washington. Andy and I had a lawn mowing business, and
that's awesome.
Made a little bit of money during high school.
That's awesome. Yeah. I work at it's a private Christian college, about 1,000 students, and we have camps that come in throughout the summertime and youth groups, and then we have football teams and. It's a year-round thing, and then now we're in the school year, but they graduate at the end of April, and then but come May through into July, we have all kinds of camps, music camps, dance camps. It's always it's a crazy time at a college campus, but I love it. Now I've been there. This November I've worked 22 years on campus, so it's nice. It's been. I really enjoy it. And it gives me time to be able to go work on my farm. You know what I do?
Yeah.
That's my second job. That's my night job as well. So
you're out hunting for product at stores.
That's right. In between there, I'll stop over at Walmart and go hunting for sports cars. I love it though. I tell you this, I enjoy it. I love this YouTube.
You're a busy man.
Yes, always on the go for sure. Luckily, I got a little bit of a break right now in between farming. Like in the winter, I get a break from the farming season. So this is I am gearing up. Like the busiest time of the year really for me is I have a greenhouse, and I grow herbs and vegetables and flowers. And so really my busiest time of the year is April and May because I'm out there. I have plant sales at my farm. I have people all over the community that come out and buy plants, and I'd go out and deliver them on my lunch. I have people that meet me during my lunch break and come and buy them. I literally, like, I go to the subway, and then I have people line up in the parking lot near where I work at, and they order plants from me, and I deliver them during my lunch break. So
that's awesome.
I love it. It's a fun thing. Yeah, we got Paul in the 619 in the house. Hey, Paul, how you doing? We got Daryl. Let's see who else we got here. Man, we got so many people. I appreciate it. We have 25 in the chat today. And y'all, if you're not subscribed to Doug, Don't Tell the Robots, give him a subscribe. His channel's in the description below. I'm trying to get him to 1K. I don't know if he wants to, but I want to see him get the 1K, man. I think he deserves it. I can't wait to the day that happens because he deserves it more than anyone, I tell you, out there in this YouTube land. Doug, you want to say anything about your channel or what you got coming up, or I don't know. Then we'll rip some backs here. Look, like I said, unscripted, y'all. I just you get ready for the alligator spinach hunt. Hey, we can talk about that in a minute. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Well, before we get to that, I was just gonna say, Andy and I are thinking about doing like a live stream where we just kind of do something similar to this, and we're gonna call it flying by the seat of our pants. And just
I like it. I like that. Yeah. That's what every Thursday night is for me. Like, I don't script this. I mean, I know what I'm gonna rip. Like, I do plan, like on Sunday I'll go because I love ripping sports cards. I just can't, the cost of it these days, you got to be kind of frugal about what you spend on it. So I do plan what I'm ripping because I'm plan ahead, with my budget. But beyond that, y'all, I don't plan much else. So we just gotta talk.
It works.
It works, yeah. So, man, we got 21 in the chat. Y'all are rocking it. And but tomorrow is what do you call this, Doug? It used to be the first year we called it the spinach hunt, but now we have the goose hunt. Now we have the CN Tower hunt. So, like in my title, I'm going to be going live tomorrow night, y'all, at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And if you want to join me, hit me up on Instagram. I'm going to be live on StreamYard, and I'm going to open it up. Anybody wants to come join me. I'm going to be ripping 8 packs for my hunt tomorrow. But what do we call this day tomorrow, Doug?
So I think it's kind of most well known as the spinach hunt, like the channel For the Polls. I don't think I've gone all the way back to the beginning of his channel, but every video he does, he ends with ripping a pack of Allen and Ginter, either looking for 2021 was spinach, 2022 was a goose card, and this year 2023 is a CN Tower because he lives in Canada. And so 3 years ago,
Canadian card breakers.
Yeah,
all the Canadians out there. I think.
Shout out to Canada. And so then, 3 years ago, Julie Farnham was the one that kind of came up with the idea of how about everybody on this day, we're going to all hunt for these same things. And so I was thinking about it today, and I think what I like about it is what I like about it is that, I really like VRs. It gives an opportunity for people to kind of, you see maybe like 15, 20 of the same similar type of videos, like everybody showing off their unopened collection or their favorite card or something like that. What's unique about this is that everybody's doing the same thing on the same day. So last year, I think there was 100 people that participated. And so there's like 100 videos of people opening up Allen and Ginter, all looking for these cards. And then Julie, I think, has given away 2 hobby boxes of 2024 Series 1. For the Polls is giving a hobby box of Stadium Club away.
2 autos in that too.
Yeah. And some other people have donated prizes. So it's fun to see who's going to win the prizes and stuff. But it's also kind of just fun to, you just refresh your feed and there's all these kind of spinach videos and different things that come up and stuff like that. So
I can't wait. Hey, shout out to Bert Speets in the house. He had a great live stream tonight. He had a big dance challenge. They were having a big giveaway. I jumped in there tonight. Bert, shout out to Bert, man. I love your live stream. It's so awesome to see National Parks Princess. She did a face reveal she's a great supporter here in the community. And sorry, Doug, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but huge shout out to Bert, man. And me and Bert are in the talks of doing a super shout out live stream where we're going to shout out a lot of people, not only in the card community, but across the YouTube community. And I'm super pumped about working with Bert. Me and Bert have been messaging back and forth. Sorry, Doug, I didn't interrupt you, but I'm super pumped about tomorrow.
Yeah, so I mean, I think you mentioned like what to call it and stuff like that. It's like I feel like I have the hardest time. It's like I love making videos and then editing it and stuff. I love that, but then when it comes to thinking of a title and a thumbnail for the video, it like takes probably just as much time because I'm trying to figure out what it is and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I got Kaylin to help me make this year's video, so she was my videographer, and we went on location to film some things, and then she got the most embarrassed that she's ever been. She said so.
That'll be epic. Like, what's her phrase that she says? Somebody put it in here about. There's a phrase she always says, and then you do a big alert on it.
Oh, your mom.
Man, your mom. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I love that you do. Yeah, so when you do live streams with her, they get out here in the chat and they, oh my gosh, they give her such a hard. Poor girl, I feel for her. Yeah, she's awesome, man. You shout out to Caitlin, man. She's like your co-host, man. Doug, like when you do live stream, she's awesome, man. Shout out to her.
I actually find it's like when I do a video by myself, I'm having to edit it a lot because I'll have these like I'll just be talking and I'll like pause for like a second while I'm like trying to think of the next thing to say. But then when I'm doing videos with her, it just is a lot easier. I mean, usually I'm just telling her to like, okay, be quieter or, stop yelling at me, but it does help like flow better and stuff like that. So,
here's a question for Matty Eyes. How old was Kaylin when she first sent your mom?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I feel like probably around, 13, 14, she's starting to enter into teenagehood. And
oh yeah, I got a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah. Kaylin's also she's been our most kind of energetic and what's the word? Just I was going to say spicy, but just kind of like, tons of personality and stuff like that. Yeah. So
that's what the hamster is. Hamster loves this YouTube. And in fact, tonight she goes, "You're going live tonight. I want to come be on it." And I said, "No, you got to be in bed." She's got that personality like Caitlin does. Like she would jump on this live stream right now if she was up. She just loves getting, on the camera and getting here and talking. That's all.
I think it was funny too, because when she started saying that, I was like, "That's what we said when we were kids." Like, what it's like. I remember, your mom jokes and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
and then when she started saying "bruh" to everything,
bra, that's the other one. Yeah, you did like a bra count one time on one of your videos, and you had like the number of times you said it in one video. It was hilarious.
I'm like, what? What is going? I'm like, I'm not your bra. I'm your dad. Like, what is happening here? But yeah, she definitely keeps it interesting.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And I love how she loves what's that player? He played for the Cubs and then he was traded to Colorado.
Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant, yes, Chris Bryant alert, man. And I love when you'd get cards and you'd have the Chris Bryant alert on there. And she loves Chris Bryant. That's one of her favorite players. And people all over his card community have been awesome, Doug. How they sent her cards of Chris Bryant and all the different ones. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, she has over 500 Chris Bryant cards, like unique Chris Bryant cards, and I've maybe contributed like 20% of those, and the rest of them have been from the card community. So it's really awesome how people have just been very generous to her, and she loves. It's funny because she loves them, and then it's like she'll go back through them and be like. It's like she's seeing him again for the first time. She's like, "Whoa, this one's awesome!" So yeah, it's been cool. This has been a positive experience for her and my relationship, just because we have very different personalities. Like I'm very like laid back. She's very kind of like emotion driven, and so there was a time where we're always just kind of like butting heads because just our personalities are so different. But this has helped give us something to kind of like talk about and to do. And the last couple weekends I've been dragging her around filming our spinach day video, and she's like I was showing some of it to her today, and she's like, this is awful. This is, if someone at my school sees this, you got to make it private, like right away. Like no one can see this video.
You know, one of the great videos you did with her is where you did the Ferris Bueller scene, where you and her were talking about the Sausage King. I was watching that one last night. I thought that was hilarious. I about died laughing. I somehow missed that video one time when you posted it because I don't know how I missed that, but I was watching that one. I about died laughing when I was watching that video.
Yeah, that was a fun one to do.
So, shout out to Larry the Dixon Way in the house. Larry's one of my Atlanta bros. He does play-by-play. I guess he just got done doing the Hawks game tonight. Ooh, they took a tough loss tonight to Brooklyn. But shout out to Larry the Dixon Way, y'all. Give him a subscribe, man. We welcome him here in the card community. He's a great guy. And I had him on here a couple weeks ago. I'm super pumped about having Larry back because we're going to be having a Braves brother celebration. I'm going to try to get some of my Braves friends throughout this card community together. We're going to have a live stream coming up in March as we celebrate the birth of Dale Murphy in March. This coming up.
Nice.
When is Daryl Strawberry's birthday? You need to have a Daryl Strawberry birthday celebration, Doug. That would be awesome.
I don't know. I was gonna do something on like 2/24/24 because that was Ken Griffey Jr.'s number.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
There is so much stuff going on. I had no chance to get to that, but
I have an aunt that lives in Bingham, Binghamham, Washington. Where you grew up.
Bellingham.
Bellingham, that's what I meant. Not Bingham. I'm thinking of Bellingham. That's it. And she lived here in Atlanta, and she got married to her husband, and they moved up there. And her husband passed away, but I still stay in contact with her, and she loves it up there, man. She loves it.
Nice. That's awesome.
I love how you would collect Bellingham Mariners minor league team Ken Griffey Jr. cards too. You and your brother did that. I think that was super awesome. I also, man, I wish Andy was here. I hope Andy might stop by here if he can get the chance tonight. He loves to collect. He's like a super collector of Andres Thomas, one of the players I saw as a kid. That's one of my favorite players as a kid. I got to watch him at the Braves when they were horrible. I was one of the few 5 people in the stands, but I remember seeing him play a lot. Man, so many awesome people here in the chat, Doug. I got to share some of the chat. I got to tap out. Oh, shout out CCB. Love the new logo. Daryl loves Strawberry is March. Okay, well maybe him and Del Murphy.
Yeah. Barry says March 12th.
March 12th. There he goes. Him and Del Murphy are only a week away from the birthdays, right there. 80s icons, right there.
So I saw something pop up on eBay. I think it was yesterday or the day before, but in 2023 Topps, they put these insert cards in. They were called Follow Back. And if you pulled them, you scratched off the back, and that player would follow you on social media. And so Daryl Strawberry had one, and one of his came up, and I was like, "Oh, sweet!" And there's they had it for sale for $100, and I'm like, "That's a little steep, but maybe if I can get it, maybe if I could get it for like a discount, like 80, but it might be cool to have Daryl Strawberry like follow me on social,
Yeah.
It expired it expires the end of December 2023. And so the guy's still trying to sell it for $100. I mean, I guess it's rare, but I was kind of bummed. I was like, that would have been perfect. That would have been a perfect like Christmas gift or something like that,
Mm-hmm. That would be awesome. But maybe he could work a deal with Topps or Fanatics. Maybe they would be able to. Sometimes they'll come back on expiration stuff, and I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That was in Big League, wasn't it? That was like a special.
I think it was. Yeah,
they had Big League. Yeah,
I think you're right. I know Barry asked what the question where "Don't Talk to Robots" came from.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
you want to go ahead? I've heard you talk about this, but you want to talk to everybody here in the crew about it?
So I like one of my first jobs out of college. I was working at this place, and we kept getting these calls from just like robocalls from like Rob Blagojevich, who was a governor of Illinois. He was calling for getting support or something like that.
He was on a reality show one time. I remember seeing him on there.
Yeah,
like some kind of survival.
He went to jail for a while. There was a string of time when all the governors of Illinois, like as soon as they were done being governor, they went to jail. And so I think he was one of the last people to kind of follow that tradition. But anyway, so he'd call, and every time I'd call, I would pick up and be like, I'd just yell like, I don't talk to robots, and then I'd hang it up. And so when I was that was in the early 2000s, and this was kind of before all the social media and stuff like that. And so I was also getting into like web development. And so I needed to find like a domain so that I could have my own website, and don'ttalktorobots.com was available. And so I was like, oh, that's just going to be my handle, I guess. So then that's kind of just what I've been using since then. So
that's awesome. That's the origins of Don't Talk to Robots. He's revealing it tonight right here on Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles. Man, I love it.
It really helps people find my my baseball card channel.
Man, that's awesome. Well, I tell you what we're gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna turn this camera around, Doug. I'm gonna let you just talk to the people out there. I'm gonna kind of go off screen because you don't want to see my nasty office. So okay. I'm gonna kind of go off screen. And Doug, I'm just gonna let you talk. Are you ready? All right. Here you go.
All right. Well, I can show off some cards too. Whoa! Now a big screen.
Yeah. I'm putting on a big screen right here, Doug. Look at that.
I feel like I've got a lot of control now, but
it's the Doug show right here. Nice. Oh, you got a goose? Oh man,
I got a goose. So I've been saving up boxes. I think I got 6 or 7 like blaster boxes at Allen Ginter throughout the year. And back in September, I just did a live stream with Andy, and I was like, oh, I'll rip some Allen and Ginter because I like ripping it and stuff. And so then I pulled this. And so it's kind of like you were talking about earlier where, it'd be funny if you pulled the CN Tower tonight. But this is the goose. This is what we're hunting for tomorrow. I pulled mine a few months earlier, but it was still a lot of fun. I showed these off on a live stream, but shout out to Tommy's Breaks.
Oh, Tommy's awesome, Tommy, man. What a generous guy, dude.
He sent me this Daryl Strawberry.
Oh, wow.
And this is out of 150 auto. And I love how they used, this is a cool set because it came out originally with the facsimile autos there, but they used the same spot for the real autos. So you don't have like the white gradient where somebody's signing up here or something. They kind of used the design to have an actual signature. So
that's what Todd's Platinum.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I love that. Last year, Todd's Chrome Platinum was just fire, man. I mean, you were watching people just pull monster autos out of that, or just great numbered cards. It's one of my favorite baseball card sets of last year. Oh, I love that, especially in the 89 tops.
Yeah. Man. So this is the new, this is from Series 1, 2024. Mm-hmm. And I like this. And I was also comparing it to his 89, which I also have autoed, but it almost looks like it could be the same, I don't know if it's the same day, but it looks like it could be like the same day. It's like you get the same shot of the top of the dugout there. He's got the same kind of gear on. But anyway, I thought it's kind of cool to get the newer the old designs, but newer photos, new card stock, all that kind of stuff. So
that's awesome.
And then, are you familiar with Mookie Chilson? He's kind of a newer channel. He does a lot of vintage stuff.
I've heard of Mookie Wilson.
Yeah, he's a big Mookie Wilson fan.
Oh, I love Mookie Wilson back in the day.
I did a video a couple weeks ago showcasing my my Ken Griffey Jr. Bellingham Griffies, and I was talking about Griffey's first home run he hit against the Everett Giants, which were the single A Giants team back in the early, the late. Well, I guess this was '87. So anyway, I was talking about how Gilbert Herrera was the first pitcher that gave up a home run to Ken Griffey Jr. in his professional career, and so he sent me his card from the Everett Giants, and it's also signed.
Oh,
and so I thought that was really cool because it's like kind of ties in with the cards I collect and stuff. So
I love minor league cards. When I was a kid, I loved to collect minor league cards. Those are some of my favorites. I would go down to the LCS and buy like sets of like the Tacoma A's or the just crazy teams like Durham Bulls or Hickory Crawdads or just crazy. I love minor league teams.
Yeah, so this is from '87 too. So this is like the same year Griffey started in the same league and stuff. So I thought that was a cool one. He also sent me this. I feel like I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Eddie Waitkus. And this is a 1949 Bowman.
Wow.
Cubs player.
That is awesome.
And so I thought that was cool. I'm starting to kind of get into vintage. I'm dipping my toe into vintage. I'll try to pick up like one vintage card at a card show. I guess this last time I picked up two, but try not to go too crazy. But I thought that was a
Doug,
cool
is that one of your oldest cards in your collection? What's the oldest card in your collection? Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up this one.
I always have a contest in my collection to find what is the oldest card I have. Like my oldest is a 1955 card. I don't have much old vintage, but I love to have that contest.
Yeah, so this is one I picked up. This is from 1948. I think this is probably my oldest one. And what's cool about this? Oh yeah, he mentioned that. He mentioned that in the note that he gave me. This guy was the inspiration behind the movie The Natural. So
wow, one of my favorite movies, Robert Redford. I love the part where he hits the the lights and they explode in the middle of that, and in the middle. It's one of my favorite movies. I love it.
So this one I thought was cool. He played on the Cubs. He also played for the Green Bay Packers, and he also went to the same high school that my daughters go to, Amundsen High School.
Oh,
so I thought that was a cool connection. And so this is this is the first card I picked up in 2024. This kind of start my vintage collection, and I picked it up again this weekend because I thought it was cool. Because I don't know if you can tell, but they put too much ink on the back of the card, so the ink bled through to the front. So it's like you're seeing like the reverse image of what's on the back. So I just thought that added some character to the card. Yeah.
Wow, that is cool. It's amazing he was a multi-sport player. Like he was multi-sport before Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders and all those players that have been doing it, in our era.
And I got this one. I've not shown this one off, but this one came up, and I like to get Darryl Strawberry cards when he's on the Mets, but this one you can't really tell. It's a printing plate, and it's from Immaculate Signatures, I guess. It's a 1-of-1 Darryl Strawberry printing plate. Wow. I just thought that was a pretty sweet one.
1-of-1 too. Wow. Look how thick it is, man.
So I imagine they here we go. I'm telling the truth. 1-of-1. But it's I think they probably glued the printing plate onto like a thicker cardstock, but I thought that was kind of a cool card.
It's cool.
I love printing plates. I love kind of the process and the design of baseball cards, kind of the process of how they came about. Yeah, so this is that first one that I got. It's a little bit cleaner, so you can tell the difference there.
Oh yeah, you can see the ink stains on there. Oh wow.
Man. Yeah. see what else I got here. I should have found some cool.
Hey, I see the
Braves
Mr.
cards.
Potato Head you have back there.
Yeah.
You got Mr. Potato Head back there in the back.
Oh,
Shout out Mr. Potato Head.
It's like I don't even know. I think I got this for something, but it's,
sorry, I don't mean to get you stretched out. Oh, okay.
It's a mug.
Oh, it's a mug. That's awesome.
I think it's just been there for so long. I don't think I even realized that it was a mug, but there you go. I also have this. Speaking of mugs, I need to make better use of this mug. It is a Lego mug.
Oh, that is cool.
I could use that to decorate different things. I'll show off what I was showing you before we got started. Because I was telling I don't know if the sports card ripping teacher was in here, but
yeah, this is what I love. I love this. Shout out to these guys.
I was talking to him about this week, I think, in the comments. But my wife got me this for Father's Day a couple years ago. But it's the Optimus Prime Lego, and this thing is just awesome. It was like the funnest Lego I had ever built, and it also transforms into the truck. I'm not going to do it right now, but it is pretty sweet. So
that is awesome. I love, me and Doug were talking about Transformers and, growing up as a kid, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, man, that's some of my favorites. That's awesome. That's like the best.
Oh, so Maddie's saying we are having a debate in Huddle stream right now. The video for the spinach hunt has to be posted on March 1st, right? And that is the only day. Yes. Correct.
Good question, Matt.
Yeah, it needs to be posted on March 1st for it to count. And then I think there's a few people I know. Robert at A Mess of Things is going to be having a playlist.
Oh, yeah. He's super excited. He's already posted one video this week, getting ready for the big spinach hunt. Robert, A Mess of Things, give him a shout out. He loves this time of year. I think he's got some stuff that he's giving away, like I think a signed ball or something like that, and something else. Nice. Part of the spinach hunt. And y'all, if you want more details about the spinach goose CNN tower hunt, go to For the Pulls and Julie Farnham's channel. Subscribe to both of them because they're both awesome content creators. I'm super fans of both of them, and they have all the details of tomorrow's big event on there as well. Mainly what you just got to do, got to post a video tomorrow. You can rip up to 8 packs of Allen and Ginter, y'all. It can either be 2023, 2022, or 2021. It can be hobby or retail, and you can do it live.
You can do 8 packs of each year.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Like I'm going to do a 2021, 2 and then I'm going to do 5 2023. So I'm going to do a little bit of everything. And that's a huge shout out to Passionate Pack Rat who sent me some 21 and 22 this year. And I won it in the contest, and I've kept it all year long because I knew I was going to save it for the Julie Farnham For the Pulls hunt tomorrow. So, man, I just loved it. Like, I really look forward to this time of the year. Because if I find, like, they had Allen and Ginter on discount last year at Walmart. And I was sitting there looking at that like, oh, man, I need to get that ready for the big spinach hunt. Because I'm like, oh, the goose. See, what are we going tomorrow? Allen and Ginter hunt tomorrow. So,
yeah, I bought a lot of because at $15, it was a steal. So,
yeah. And in that, too, it was 2022, and you could still pull a Julio or a Bobby Witt rookie out of there. You know?
Yeah.
And I know Chance with Collectibles and some Aaron from Sports Cards and things, they were buying that left and right because they were like, man, I'm not going to be able to find something this cheap where you could pull a Julio rookie or a Bobby Witt. And that was just a great draft class, with Pena and who else was in there? Spencer Strider was in that rookie year, I think. Well, he was in Series 2. But that was just a great year. Oh, Will Voggs wants a shout out, Doug. You want to give him a shout out?
Will Voggs. Go check him out. He's a stud. Shout out. Will was the winner of. So I did my very first VR contest in October, asking people to show off their red cards. It is mainly because I had a bunch of red cards that I wanted to show off, but I think Will was like the first person to post a VR response, and he ended up winning. And so he won like $75 eBay card. I don't know if he's made a purchase yet with that or not, but Yeah, Will's a stud. Thank you for your support, Will, and congratulations on your win.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Will's awesome, man. He was on a live stream last night, and I jumped on hanging out with him when we
Nice.
found out the big news about SGC and PSA, and I was like, oh, I got to go jump on a live stream, and Will was live, so I wanted to go talk to them about the big PSA buying SGC merger going on, and big news hitting across. All right, so here we're gonna do. I'm gonna exit out, Doug. And I'm gonna go. Whoa! Hold on. Let me come over here to my studio. Is that good? Is it a little better now? Woo! You almost saw my nasty office.
Oh my gosh! Shield your eyes.
You might
Shield
see
your
my
eyes, children.
Yeah, you might be blinded when you see my laundry in here in the laundry. Well, I appreciate y'all all joining me. I appreciate Doug for taking the time, man. He's got a busy schedule. He's got a lot going on, and man, I've wanted Doug to come here on the channel for a long time to hang out with me. And I'm so pumped to have Doug here with me. And so tonight, what we're going to be doing is we're going to do first, we got to do a VR. Now, here's the funny thing. I want to give a huge shout out. I'm going to do my VR first. Go watch Doug just did a recent VR for the commenting collector. And Doug showed some awesome stuff. He showed some Transformers. What was the other thing that he showed that was still unopened? I remember the Transformers, Star Trek.
Yeah. I got a Worf and another guy from Star Trek: The Next Generation, like action figures. I think I put it all away. Oh, I did have this. I forgot about this. Is this going to cause a big collapse? Oh, there we go. A friend gave me this recently. It's a Ken Griffey Jr. starting lineup.
Oh wow! Wow, that is awesome. I love starting lineups as a kid, man. Those are some of my favorites. Man, that is awesome. Oh, God, that is awesome. And Doug did an awesome one, y'all. So, Doug, I'm gonna give you a break here. I'm gonna take you off the thing, and y'all gonna have to see my nasty office again. Hang on. There it is. Oops. Hope I don't get copyrighted because I got my television on. Okay. Here we go. All right, here we go. We're going to go to the solo layout. You might see the office again. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you two things. Okay. The first thing, it has to be before 1987, right?
Yep.
So the first thing I'm going to show, and I'm going to give you, you're good friends with this guy, and you've hung out with him at one of the ball games, is Reindeer Studios. Shout out to Scott in the house. And he's from Cleveland, Ohio. One of the greatest artists. You know, he sent me a beautiful Hank Aaron sketch card that he did. It's one of my favorite cards in my collection. I was looking at the other night. What a great artist. He sent me this rack pack, 3-pack from 1987, which I think commenting collector said 1987 or beyond. And it's got Wade Boggs, my birthday buddy, right here on it. If y'all can see Wade Boggs right here. And then it's got Ricky Henderson and the 86 All-Star. And then, I don't know. I just remember going down to Toys R Us and getting rack packs as a kid, you know. And we also had a store called TG&Y, and they'd go in there and get rack packs of 86 tops as a kid. I just love rack packs as a kid. So there's my first thing. But then I got something even cooler than that, okay? And he said it had to be before 1987, right? So
yeah.
This right here is a 1980 National Championship Coca-Cola bottle. Now, this is never, you'll see, there's Uga. There he is drinking his Coke right there. And it's the 1980 National Champion Georgia Bulldogs, my alma mater. And then on the back of it has the 1980 championship season. And then they lost. They had a great season, and then they won against Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl to win the 1981 Sugar Bowl. Now, you can't get a refill on this, but this is an original Coca-Cola. And I was thinking about this. How old is this Coca-Cola, right? So 1980. This is 44-year-old Coca-Cola right here, y'all. Wow.
And you're going to drink it tonight.
No, sir. Woo! Might end up in the hospital. I might not have a Coke and a smile if I drink this and that. But yeah, I just love this, and this is still sealed. You'll see the Coke bottle right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. And I just love that. To me, as a kid, I grew up a lot around the Athens, UGA area, and I just always remember the Ugga with holding that Coke bottle right there. I don't use it, but I just love that Ugga right there. He's just real cool, man. I just like that one. Okay, so there it is. There's a comment and collector, y'all. He just hit 200 subscribers. He's got a great channel. He loves Star Wars. Oh my gosh, I was watching some of his videos tonight. He's a great Star Wars collector. He loves sports cards. He just hit 200 subscribers. He's been commenting a lot on my videos and supporting me. So let's give him a huge shout out. I want to, and so those are my two things. Is VR. His VR ends at midnight tonight. So if you're going to do a video, you need to do it in the next, I say 1 hour and 25 minutes, because that's the deadline. Oh, we got some people in the chat. I want to give a shout out while we're here. Perch 007 in the house. Him and DM card openings have been doing a live stream on Friday nights. A hockey live stream. Huge shout out to Perch, man. Y'all go tomorrow night. Check that out. He's got a great channel. Thanks so much, bud. Yeah, he's gonna. Did he win one year? Is he doing the spinach hunt with you, Doug? I know Doug got a big giveaway where he's helping assist people with the spinach hunt.
Yeah, he won. He won one of the blaster boxes. So there was,
sweet.
Man, I forget. It was only a couple of weeks ago, but I think there was 6 people that won blaster boxes. So I know Perch did. Johnny Epiphany Card Collector did. Titus, a League of no, not a League of God is Great did. And so yeah, so it's, I had way too much Allen and Ginter. So Barry won one. I don't know why I can't remember everybody's names because I just shipped them out, but
that's awesome. And there's another way, right? There's another place right there where Doug is generous. I mean, he was helping people that didn't have channels. He was helping people that did have channels that have content. I'm gonna keep bragging about you, Doug, because I just think you're one of the best out there.
I know. Whenever I'm feeling down, I just need to come and say, Zach, can I get on a live stream? Because you're really boosting my ego tonight. So I appreciate
Doug,
it.
I've wanted to have you on here forever because I'm just such a big fan, and I really truly mean that. Like, look right here. Here's a "Don't Talk to Robot" sticker that Doug sent me right here, man. I love this. It's one of my favorite stickers. And then I have him up here with Mario tonight. I don't know if you see over here, we got Mario, and here's the "Don't Talk to Robot" sticker. And look who just came in right behind. Here's Yoda. So you have Yoda, Mario, and the "Don't Talk to Robot" sticker. And then you have the official flag of the city of Chicago. Shout out to Doug. It's hometown right there. He sent me that years ago as well. So
there we go.
I'm telling you, man, I love that sticker, man. That thing, it's shiny. It's almost kind of like a chrome card.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, I like them as well.
So here's what we're gonna do tonight, y'all. I bought this box right here. Let me see. I'm watching this camera on my phone right here. Okay, sorry about the lighting. It's not that great, but I got this box right here on eBay this week. So normally 2023 Allen Ginter blasters are about $24.99 on Fanatics and Target and Tops. Well, you know me, I'm the cheapskate of YouTube, and I did some offers, and I ended up getting this down to about $22 with free shipping. So I already opened it up, and I'm going to pull 3 packs out of this, and then the other 5 packs I'm going to rip tomorrow night live, right here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to rip all 8 packs. I'm going to have like a real short hour-long live stream. I'm not going to try to interfere with all my bros that are going live. But I'm going to pull 3 packs out of here right now. We're going to see what we get. All right. I'm just
good luck.
3. Thank you, sir. We're going to take the top 3. What's cool about Allen and Ginter, man, you can get, we were talking about disc golf, man. You get disc golf cards. You can get announcers. You can get all kinds of. I have a friend, a coworker, and he loves disc golf, man. He's like, in fact, he grew up, he lived a while near like Seattle, Portland area, and he loves disc golf, man. And he plays across the campus all the time. And I showed him they had Allen and Ginter disc golf players cards, and he was so pumped about that. But some of them were really expensive on eBay. I was like, good grief, these guys they're a lot of money. He said he couldn't afford it in his budget. So
nice.
All right. So here we go. We got 6 cards. Here's our first one right here. And then we're on the hunt for a CN Tower. This is the first Allen Ginner pack opening so far of the big day. You know, it officially starts in 1 hour and 21 minutes. So maybe some people will do some videos overnight. Let's see what we pull. Pack number 1. Here
I still need to finish my video.
Oh, you haven't finished it yet?
I'm close. I'm in the last couple minutes. So.
Oh, wow. Well, here's a guy that both me and Doug can totally agree on. It's one of my favorite Atlanta Braves of all time. It's Greg Maddux right here in our first card. Man, that's a super way to start off tonight's pack rip. A guy, a Chicago Cub and former Atlanta Brave.
I know they put him on the right team this time, so that was good.
Here's Brown of the Oakland Athletics. Who's that? Seth Brown. There's Tatis right there. Shout out to the Padres. Here's Reed. Oh, there's our mini. Hang on. Oh, we got a rookie mini. Reed. This is Crystal Reed. She is an MTV series Teen Wolf. Okay, she's an actor. I don't
think I've ever seen that one before.
I don't either. Her name is Crystal Reed. She's breakout came in 2011 with her portrayal of Allison Arnott in the MTV series Teen Wolf, a role that earned her nominations at the Teen Choice Awards. She's in theater. Okay. Here's a piano. This is kind of wacky card you get to get her. You get a piano. And our mini is a rookie, which is Francisco Alvarez. That's a good mini right
that's
there.
Actually like that's like a subset of a different design, so it's like a harder pull.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
so it's not like a Brooklyn back. It's something different, right?
It's like I think it's just like a rookie design variation. So instead of having like the border around it, it's got kind of like a cleaner look on it. So
it looks a lot different than the other Allen Ginner cards. That's cool. There he is. That's pack number 1. Okay, and now let's go into pack number 2. We got Greg Maddux there. We got Chicago flag. We got robots. We got Mario, Yoda. We got it all here tonight. Okay, we're going to start off here with, Mariano Rivera. Shout out to Daryl Gianardo, Mr. 95 cents. There you go. It's a great picture. Oh, here's a great guy. Hall of Famer Rod Carew. Love the Adam Sandler. There he is playing with the California Angels. I love it. My first baseball card ever was a Donruss 83 Rod Carew. And
nice.
He's one of my favorite players just because of that being my very first baseball card I ever got was Rod Carew. So I always liked Rod Carew just because of that, because he's one of my first baseball players. And look at there, we got a Julio. It's a second year Julio. Shout out to Seattle and Doug and Andy and all the fans out there. That's a cool card. I like it. Oh, look what we pulled right there. Boom. I like that. That's a Corbin Carroll rookie in the house. Sweet. I'll take that. That's one of my big rookies.
See, check out. Oh, yeah. Check out the number on that. That might be the high number ones are like more short printed. I don't know if it's that one or
368.
Yeah, I think that's like the short print one. So
it is. Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
sweet. That's one of the best pulls you can get out of this. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I think this year they did it where they're, Corbin Carroll will have like 2 cards. They'll have one kind of in the under 300 and then one in the over 300. There's a couple different players that have multiple cards like that.
I got to put that in a sleeve because anytime I get a Corbin Carroll, I'm sleeving them up, man. Let me put them in there.
Victor's suggesting to put it in a screw down, so you got to get the screwdriver out.
No. And then we got a Bobby Witt right there. That's not too bad. We got a Julio, and here you go. Here's your 2022 rookies right here. You got Bobby Witt and Julio in the same pack right there. Look at there. That's pretty cool. And then we got a Reed Detmer's Immaculate Inning right here.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. That was a good pack right there, man. I like that. I was super pumped about Corbin Carroll because I was thinking, okay, what are the cards I want to get other than the CN Tower? And one of those would be Corbin Carroll, Um, who shout out ripping for rookies, Mike? Back in the day, he had like this 750 giveaway, and I won a Corbin Carroll auto. And
Oh,
it's like one of
nice.
my, yeah, I was super pumped. And back then, it was like a $20 card. And everybody was like, "Man, sell, sell, sell." I was like, "Dude, I'm keeping this. He hasn't even played a baseball game yet." And I kept it, and I
Yeah,
kept it, and then look what he did this year, man. I mean, I'm keeping that in my PC. That's one of my favorite autos.
that's awesome.
Huge shout out to Mike Ripping for rookies for that. That was one of my favorite cards. All right, we're gonna start off here with a Sterling Marte right there for Arizona. There you go. No, that's Ketel Marte. I'm sorry, wrong one. I get them all mixed up. Okay. And then Anthony Vlupe. Shout out to the Yankees right there. We're going to get some good rookies here. There we go. That's another good rookie right there. And then look at here, Oscar Colas. Shout out to the White Sox. Right there. Man,
Nice.
we got Carroll, Vlupe, Colas, and that's only 3 packs. Look, there's Chris Fowler. I don't know if you know Chris Fowler. I love Chris Fowler. He does College Game Day, man.
He just showed up.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love Chris Fowler, man. Down in the South, we love college football, College Game Day. I've been to a couple of College Game Days at Georgia and Athens, and oh my God, we got a crazy mini coming up. Okay, I don't know if y'all just saw that, but that's cool. And then we have Kodo. What is a Kodo? I don't know. Let's read the back
I
of it.
don't know.
It's the National Instrument of Japan. Takes up some space. The 6-foot-long, 12-inch wide tube has either 13 or 17 strings stretched across it. Traditional versions are made from Paulownia wood. As Western culture became more popular in Japan, Kodo lost some of its prominence, but has made its way back into jazz and other experimental music. Okay. Now look at our mini, dude. This is the wildest mini. This is a monkey. Look at that.
Nice.
It's called By Any Other Name, Ken Allen. What the heck? Okay. Nicknamed the Hairy Houdini, Ken Allen was a born orangutan known to his ability to escape his enclosures at the San Diego Zoo. The enterprising playmate made 3 getaways at 85 alone. Oh my gosh, he ran away 3 times in 1985. Each time he was found strolling along harmlessly. Well, I'm sorry, all the people who live in San Diego, if you're running down the street and there's a orangutan. Now he's got his own sports car right there. We'll put him over here with Greg Maddox. Look here.
That's a pretty nice mini. Like I that's the first one I've seen of that ripped.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, so that set all of the, by any other name, it means like there's like an Allen wrench, Allen Street, Allen telescope array. So it's all things that are named like Allen, but not Allen and Gitter, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. And like the spinach one was what's it called? The Good for You
Yeah.
name and on that. That's cool, man. I love that. Look at there. We got a orangutan tonight. We got a Corbin Carroll. We got a Julio. We got a Bobby Witt. We got a Chris Fowler, a Vlupe. That was a good night for 3 packs right there. Man, I like that.
That was kind of like, it's like the salad course before the spinach day starts. You know what I mean? It's
that's right. Yeah, that's what I wanted tonight to be like. It's like the salad. We had some ranch dressing in there tonight with some croutons and maybe some carrots. Well, carrots for the orangutan, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit of an appetizer, spinach on appetizer.
That's right. Man, Doug brought some good luck tonight, man. That was pretty good tonight. I mean, if you look at what we pulled a Corbin Carroll rookie in there. We pulled this Francisco Alvarez rookie card. Man, that was some good stuff pulled tonight, man. Especially with 3 packs. I mean, when you get like if we just got a Vlupe, that would be good. But Oscar Colas, that's pretty good for 3 packs. Sometimes I'm amazed by what we pull in 3 packs. So.
You still got 5 more packs to go in that box. So.
That's right. And then I got another 3 tomorrow night. Who knows what we're going to pull out of 8 packs,
There you go.
That's awesome. There you go, y'all. I'm going to come back here. And we're going to, there I am. You're going to see my nasty office for about 2 seconds. And then I'm going to take myself off the big screen here. Let's see. Exit solo. Y'all don't look too good. You can see. There we go. Let me go back to my virtual background. And here. Let's see if I can go down here. Oops. Uh-oh. Hang on, y'all. Sorry. You guys, look at that. You can see the backdrop of my there. Look, there's my bed, and look, you can see my phone. I've been watching the stream. I did it. Someone's sorry. I was able to watch here. See behind the scenes of Zach Sports Cards. All right, let's see here.
Look away, look away.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm trying to fix my backdrop. I don't know what I've done. Oh well. Let's see. No, we definitely don't want to do that. That's too much of me. Well, I've done something. Hang on a minute, y'all. I'm gonna correct something real quick. All right, let's see. Let me come on over here. Well, done something. Oh, okay, here it is. All right, there it is. There's the settings. Phew. Okay. There we go. All right, now we're back.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm worried about accidentally pushing the delete button and in the stream. Sometimes I accidentally do that. I'm getting better at this though. I used to really, when I first started doing this live stream, I was like, so there'd be sometimes I'd have guests on here and I would like disappear from the whole stream and they would have to run the stream by themselves. I've had several guests on here and they'd be like, where did Zach go? No, it's still here. Man, we've had a lot of awesome people here in the chat. I forgot, y'all, I couldn't see the chat here while I was ripping my packs, but I'm going to go in here and shout some of y'all out. Perch stopped by. Let's see who we had. Will Vogs. Popcorn. Anyone who said that? Let's see here. Let's go to Jedi Del Murphy. That's right. Yeah, there we go. Love the animal cards. There we go. Yeah, let's see here. If I missed anybody in here. It's the high number. Oh, here it is. It's the high number image variation. People are asking about $5 for it. Double what card number 11 is base rookie card sales for. So that must have been the mini Francisco Alvarez.
No, I think that's the Corbin Carroll. I think he was talking about.
Corbin Carroll. Oh, wow. Okay. Still, that's pretty good. I mean, I'll take that. Yeah. You know, I mean, Allen Ginter, I'll be honest with you, the last couple of years I've opened it. I mean, you're not getting your money's worth. So I just buy this to rip it for the fun of it, man. I love this day. It's just a way, like, I know that whatever I pull out of this, it's cool I pull a Corbin Carroll tonight, but I'm not doing this for that. I'm doing this for the fun of it, man. I'm doing this because I love this day. I love how our card community comes together. And that's what I love what Doug does. He brings everybody in this community together. I mean, Doug, the last time you went live, man, you had 50, 60 people there in the chat. And how you're bringing everybody in this card community together. And that's why I'm such a big fan, man. I mean, I wish I could do more of that. The way he's getting everybody together. Cabs Card says, I got 6 spots left in that free fantasy Yahoo Big League Creative Prize if anyone's interested. I put the link to my last video. Oh, go have to go check that out. Jay Thompson in the house. There's Jay Thompson. Hey, Jay. Let's see who else I'm missing in there. But all right, so you're getting together. You got your spinach hunt tomorrow. What time do you think you're gonna probably debut your video tomorrow, Doug?
I don't know. I mean, usually for the most part, I post it in the morning, just because it's easier not to think about it and stuff. But my only thinking is I might do like a premiere just so that I could like chat with people while they're watching it. So I'm thinking, I guess it'll just depend on when I get it done. I still have to finish it, and then, yeah. So I'll either do it at 6 or I might do it at like noon Eastern time or something like that, so I can maybe see if a few people can watch it while I'm watching it, kind of thing. Yeah,
you do it around noon. Well, noon. Oh, that's noon though. But you're in Central Time, aren't you? So that's like 1 here. Oh man, I might miss it. But I definitely watched the replay if I'm missing there. I definitely will try to be in there for sure. Try to catch it. I can't wait. There's so many videos tomorrow. Like, I'll probably be spending my lunch break watching everybody's video, catching up with everything and seeing what everybody's ripping.
Yeah. It's a fun day. I think Robert was saying that he's gonna take the day off and just watch everybody's videos.
Oh yeah, I see him doing that. He loves this day, man. And Robert is a card. You know what I love about a mess of things and Robert, what he does is you can tell he really loves cards. You know,
Yeah.
and I mean,
Yeah.
and he's such a generous guy as well. He's like you, Doug. But you'll see if you watch enough of Robert's videos, and I try to watch his minute reps about every day, but also he does some additional content. You can tell he really likes different photos of different cards, way cards are made. You can tell he's got a passion for cards and collecting as well. Let's see here. What does it say? Corbin, the next big star. It's going to be fun to have some of his rookies. Yeah, Rex. I was super pumped about pulling that as well. Well, I tell you this, we're getting about to hit 11, and Doug's got to go back and do some more editing. So I want to thank Doug. Doug, I'll let you kind of close up the night, and we'll kind of. Oh, here, look who just stopped by. Here he is, right here. Hey, comment collector. We just did a VR for you, man. Got it. Look, there's 1 hour and 5 minutes left, and we got it in just like right there. We just did the VR, man. I'll show you what we showed.
He was really tempted. He was really tempted to open and consume one of them, but he abstained. Yeah. He resisted the temptation.
I don't know if you see 87 tops. Yeah. And then we did a 1980. Oh, hold on, y'all. Make sure. We did a 1980 I got a rag around it because I'm worried about breaking it. 1980. Oh, you can't see it on here. It's a 1980 Coca-Cola bottle right here. It's unopened right here. Yeah. Whew. I do want to drink it, but if I drink a Coke, man, I can't sleep till I probably won't sleep the rest of the night. I got like a rag around because I'm so worried about breaking it. It's like that's one of my prized possessions. Like I'm not prized possession, but it's like one of my favorite collectibles because I'm a UGA grad, and I can remember when that happened. Like my grandfather was a Georgia grad, and I can remember sitting on his couch watching Georgia win that national championship. So that bottle kind of means something personally,
Yeah.
And, being here in Atlanta, Georgia, the Coca-Cola, the home of Coca-Cola. So it means a lot, to me as a person. But we just did the VR, and congratulations on 200, man. I've been watching some of your videos. You've been getting some awesome Star Wars stuff. I just got an entry there, Doug. There you go. Look at that. I'm probably the last person to get entry right there.
You made it happen.
I made it in right there. Look at that. Within an hour. To be honest with you, I wasn't gonna see. I didn't know when the date of it. I was gonna kind of wait till next week. I wasn't gonna do it tonight. But then I watched this video about it, and I was like, oh, it's due by midnight tonight. So I was like, oh, I better do it tonight, or I'm not going to make it in. So I did. I was like, oh, I was going to wait one more week to do it. But then I saw a deadline was tonight. I had seen the original video comment collector, but I didn't see when the date was. So, man, I got it right in there, right in the seat of my pants right there. So let's see here. Yeah, I love doing VRs. It's so much fun. I need to quit resisting. Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, Josh. I really appreciate it. Man, y'all go check out Pack-a-Palooza's coming up with Andy and Doug. That's going to be awesome. Look, y'all, just go in there and hang out. It's just a fun time. When you see some of the stuff that they rip, brings back a lot of good memories from you. For me, I think they were ripping some 91 Leaf a few years ago. Some jank packs, too. Y'all ripped some jank packs, stuff that I used to love as a kid. So y'all go get ready for that in March. That's super. After we get the spinach hunt done tomorrow. What does he say right here? I appreciate it. Anyone else wants to get in? Extend it down to you extend it tomorrow night at midnight. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get it in. I still got another 24 hours. So if you want to get your video in, y'all, get it. You got until tomorrow night. So you still got plenty of time to get that VR in there. Well, that's awesome. Oh yeah. I've seen Doug do his guinea pigs. Yeah. You had a video with your guineas a while back.
Yeah, we you might see a few of them in tomorrow's video. We have 9 of them actually. So we had 10. One passed away this last fall, but yeah, it's a lot of work.
I bet. I got a poodle and 3 cats, so I feel you. And a farm. Yeah. And I got a 9-acre farm, so I feel you, Doug. We make it through the day, each and every day. So, man, Doug, great show. Thank you, Aaron. Y'all go check out Aloha Friday tomorrow night. Aaron will be going live about it's about 9-10 p.m. Eastern time. Around that time, usually every Friday nights, go hang out ripping packs and sports cars, and man, it's a great time. You get bored on a Friday night, go hang out with these guys. I love hanging out with them. Sometimes I'll jump in there. I was doing my video for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, and I had my suit on, but I also had my pajamas on. And I jumped in their stream. I said, "Hey, look, guys, I got my pajama shorts, and I had like a suit and tie on. It was a wild night. I had a good time hanging out with them." By the way, talk about YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. I was going through. I remember watching your nominations, Doug, and there were so many channels that you nominated that I nominated. And when I was watching yours, I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's Bronco. Well, I definitely need to put him in. He deserves it like 10 times fault, you know." And all these other Adam's Cardicle, I was like, "Man, he needs to be in too." Like me and Doug, like I'm not saying every one of them were identical, but there were so many of them that I think me and Doug came in here on YouTube around the same time 3 years ago. So there's a lot of people we watched that we've been watching and that we're big fans of, and so. I thought that was totally cool when I was watching. And the way you did it with the pack opening, how you opened your pack and you showed the nominee, that was just totally cool how you did that.
Thanks. Yeah.
That was awesome.
I've got tons of wrappers in my garage. It's like I have a hard time throwing away wrappers. So it's like anytime I find an excuse to like use them for some type of art project, I'll bring them out. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll wrap it up. It's about 11 p.m. Doug's got to get back editing a spinach video. So, Doug, what you got coming up? And tell everybody to tune in to y'all subscribe to Doug and comment and collector as well. He's here. Comment and collectors in the description below. Let's give him a subscribe. I don't know if I said that, but let's get him way above 200 and let's get Doug to 1K, man. I can't wait. I get pumped when I see my friends get 1K, and I'm going to be so pumped when Doug hits 1K. I can't wait till that day comes. And I know it's going to come this year because this community is going to get behind them and support them and get them up there.
Well, first of all, I appreciate all the kind words. Like I feel very flattered. And so I appreciate the shout out and for having me on. This has been a ton of fun. Check out everybody's videos tomorrow. I think hashtag spinach hunt should be, an easy way to see people's videos. I know Robert and A Mess of Things will have a playlist. You can follow those as well. And then, imagine there'll be some people that you might not be familiar with. Make sure to subscribe to them and support them as well.
It's a day where you can find new channels to subscribe to. If you go out there and look for them, events like this is a way you can learn about new channels here in the card community just through this. I can't tell you how many of these contests we have where I learn all these new channels and gain new subscribers, but also subscribe to more channels,
Right. And then, I think probably in the next week or two, we should be doing Packapalooza again with my brother. That'll be on his channel, Flying Dutchman Cards. So go check that out. And we're just giving away packs. I think we're both going to give away, 2 packs to 15 people each. So 30 winners. So it should be a good time. Lots of wheels. If you like wheels, there'll be a lot of wheels.
Let's go.
And we'll probably share some embarrassing stories about our childhood and stuff like that.
I can't wait. That's the best part. That's awesome. Yeah. And if you want to know something about his brother Andy, watch the video Doug did called The Mule. Okay. Yeah. It's one of the greatest videos of all time. Doug is in his hot dog outfit, and he talks about the greatest basketball player in Northwestern Washington State and British Columbia. That's all. I just love it. I love it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Doug. I really appreciate you stopping by tonight. Any closing words? Anything else you want to tell everybody out there?
No, I think that's it. Okay. I appreciate you having me on, and everybody has a good rest of their weekend. And can't believe it's March 1st tomorrow. It's crazy.
I know. Isn't that crazy? This year's really flown by. We're going to be hit summer soon and spring, and looking forward to that. I love summer because I go out and rip packs out in my sunflower fields. We do our video where I go out live in the sunflower fields and rip packs, and that's always fun.
Nice.
There we go. But thank y'all all that have been watching tonight, man. I think we've been having 20 strong the whole night. Y'all are awesome out there. And I really appreciate Doug taking the time to come out and hang out with me. I've wanted Doug on here forever, and I'm so pumped that he took the time to come hang out with me tonight. And I hope, Doug, you can come back. Maybe we can have like a couple other guys in the car community back here, and we'll do another live stream here in the future. Maybe get Stix G and some of the other guys come on here with us. Stix G, shout out Stix G, man, and all the other legends. You know that Doug was on with Stix G when Stix Jeopardy. Maybe we'll be on Stix Jeopardy again soon. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Stix does that again, and so y'all tune in to Doug, subscribe to Doug, and I want to thank y'all all. I'll see y'all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be right back here. We're going to be ripping some Allen and Ginner on the spinach goose and CN tower hunt. I can't wait, y'all. Get ready. Have a happy March 1st tomorrow, and I'll see y'all tomorrow at 8 p.m. If you want to come on tomorrow night, hit me up on Instagram, and I'll just send you a link on StreamYard. Love to have y'all come join me as I rip tomorrow night. Love to have some commentary. If you want to come hang out with me, just let me know. And y'all have a great night. Also, go check out Perch and Dan. They'll be going on after me at 9 tomorrow night. And then Aaron Sports Cards and Things. Sith at Spine Ticks on Saturday night. And that train of Brian Basketball, Boyd, 23 Munch, all my bros on Saturday night as well. So go check them out. And then Sunday night, you got Maiden and Tim and Incarnito Sports Cards. Really appreciate those guys. Dirk Remington's on the road, across America. I love hanging out with Dirk when he's on the road and talking about sports cards. So y'all have a great night. Doug's got to get editing his spinach videos. I'll let him go. Sorry, Doug. Zach, Doug, ow. We'll see y'all. And hang on a minute, y'all. Let me hold on. I gotta find the end stream button. Hang on.
Now you can't find it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking for it, y'all. Hang on. Let me
shield your eyes. You don't want to see the background.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to see my no, hold on, y'all. Hold on. We might be here a minute. Hang on. Oh man, now I'm not blowing up my stream. Okay, hold on. Yeah, y'all can still hang out here for a minute.
If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button on your way out.
Yeah. Hit the y'all go like, subscribe, Doug, and comment and collector as well, y'all.
Oh, you froze. I thought you'd left. Is it up
Hold on, y'all. Yeah, somehow there's something messing up with my. Let's see. Oh no. Let's see. Okay, there it is. I found it. Okay, y'all. Finally out of here. Y'all have a great one. Thank y'all. Thank you, Doug. Zach, Doug. Ow! We'll see y'all. Watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's one of the greatest movies of all time. All right, see you.